In Yakima, Washington, the state of Washington, in the city Yakima, we have two articles that talk about how a man walks into the Oxford Suites, right? Just dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. He walked into the Oxford Suites, and there was a report that he had a gun. And then that's it. This is America. Everybody has guns. And then what's going to happen is somebody later on is going to come up with a gun, and they're going to kill him. I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was in the lobby, if it was up in his room somewhere up here. This is the Oxford Suites. Here's what one of the rooms looks like. Was it in his bedroom? Was it by the pool? Was it here in front of this mirror with these fancy dancy? Look at this. You got a hair dryer and a coffee machine. If you're sitting there brushing your teeth and you want to get a nice cup of coffee to help wash that toothpaste down, and then here's a bar. Was it at the bar? Was it here at the salad bar? And here's some more coffee and juice if you want to get some more juices. And then a washer and a dryer. Holy moly, that is sweets worthy of Oxford. Okay, so the reason why I'm showing you this is because we don't have any pictures, we don't have any information. So let's take a look at the two articles. Here's article number 1. Yakima, Washington. A man walked into the Oxford Suites in Yakima with a gun on Saturday, and upon arrival, officers determined he was dealing with a mental health issue. Maybe he lives in a genocidal country where nobody gives a goddamn fuck about anybody, huh? What the hell? We live in a genocidal country. Nobody gives a fuck about anybody. I bet you I might just get gunned down over nothing and they won't even print my name. Is that his mental health issue? Because it is no measure of good health to be well adjusted to a sick society, to a profoundly sick society. The Yakima Police Department, PIO, Casey Schlil-Perrort. We could actually pull this guy up, okay? So we got the spokesperson, and then we have where the incident took place. And then that's it. That's it. So a cop heard that a guy had a gun, and he was at a hotel, and he goes to the hotel, and he shoots him, and he kills him, and then that's it. No further questions asked. No further questions asked. Why would we ask any more questions? So here is this Schlil-Perrort. So Mr. Schlil-Perrort. It's a hard name to say, Mr. SP, I want to say just Perrot, you know. Perrort. I need to hear him. Do we have any video of him? Maybe we can hear what he says or how they pronounce his name. So Mr. Casey Schlil-Perrort. Do we have Mr. Casey Schlil-Perrort? Mr. Casey Schlil-Perrort. Well, before we take a look at him, so you saw a picture of him, right? So this is it. This guy's the spokesperson for the Yakima County Sheriff's Department, and then a man walked into the Oxford Suites with a gun, and then one of the police officers of the Yakima Sheriff's Department is going to shoot and kill him. Now, the way they explain it right here, Yakima Police Department PIO Casey Schlil-Perrort said that the incident resulted in an officer shooting at the man who died. And then Schlil-Perrort said the next steps after an officer-involved shooting will be an investigation by the Yakima Valley Special Investigations Unit. They investigate themselves. They find nothing. Why wouldn't it be, isn't it protocol to put them on administrative paid vacation, right? Give them a paid vacation while they're being investigated. I want to see the body camera. I bet you not only does the police have dash and body camera, but also that hotel. That hotel has a bunch of cameras too. So there's a camera of this entire incident. I am just kind of upset about the entire thing. So this is the media, right? So this is NBC, and what does NBC says? Well, the incident resulted in an officer shooting at the man who died. So the person that had the gun that shot the man, well, he's got a license to kill. So maybe power is what people need. People need to be empowered. Because was the guy who shot the other guy, was he like, oh my gosh, we live in a country where you could just hurt people and have homeless people and nobody gives it. No, he's got a gun. He's got a license to kill. So he clearly felt comfortable to pulling out his firearm and shooting and murdering this man. And now he's going to go home and sleep like a baby. Now, I want to see the damn incident. I want to see the damn incident. Because there's too many times that people just get there and they'll escalate. Schlil Perort said the next steps after an officer-involved shooting will be an investigation by the Yakima Valley Special Investigation Unit. And so, here is a video of China. The Chinese police are going to show how to stop a machete maniac. You'll need long sticks. So you got 3 police officers and then a man with a machete. Now, in America, this guy would just be shot right away. He'd be shot and murdered right away. No questions asked. Nobody blink an eye. Nobody would give a damn. There's so many great things that's happening in China that's way better than America. There's no homeless in China. Everybody owns their own home, 95% or so, and then a lot of them own a second home. If you get fired from your job, you're not kicked out of your apartment because rent is based upon your income. And so if you're not making any income, well then you don't have to pay rent. You're not going to get kicked out onto the streets. But this is dog-eat-dog capitalism, and, you know, we've always hated the communists. Why take care of each other? Why have, you know, make sure everybody is well-fed, and Cubans they're all doctors down there, so since we've always been just right-wing fascist conservatives, we care about our money, we care about our own damn selves, money and ourselves, and keeping every goddamn thing the same. We need some heart. We need more heart. We need more soul. We need someone who gives a damn about every single one of us. 340 million Americans. If I'm the mayor of Yakima or whoever, the commissioner or the main person of the county, the sheriff, I would go to the incident and then give my full report. Yeah, I know the police officers. Yeah, I would like to think that my police officers are doing right. But power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Resistance to tyranny is obedience to God. Resistance to tyranny is obedience to God. So let's see. This guy is tyrannical. He's got a machete. And then watch what happens. So I just want to make a note. You got one guy with this plastic shield. He's the front man, right? He's got this big, strong plastic shield, and he's going right up to the guy, and the guy keeps trying to machete him, but he keeps hitting the plastic shield. Meanwhile, these other 2 police officers have these long metal spikes, these long metal poles. And so the guy is knocked down to the ground. They're going to jump on him, and then they're going to disarm him, and they're going to arrest him. In America, this guy would be murdered, would be shot. Then the media would say, guy got shot in the street. He had a machete. And we're investigating ourselves. End of story. Thank you. Come again. MoveOn.com. What's for breakfast? I hear they got the new mac and cheese at the new corporate restaurant at the... So what Israel and America is doing in Palestine and Gaza has absolutely shown the entire world that we have no morals. America's, I guess our 3-step mantra is criminality, immorality, and hypocrisy. Hey, you can't hurt us, but we're allowed to hurt you over and over and over again. Where's the morals? Where's the legality of any of this stuff? Criminality, immorality, and hypocrisy. Criminality, immorality, hypocrisy. There's a vacuum of ethics and morals and principles. We don't have a conscience. Nelson Mandela, he said that Americans don't give a damn about people. Americans don't care about human beings. Bin Laden was considered a freedom fighter to Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan considered Nelson Mandela the Martin Luther King of our times as a terrorist. So Reagan got that absolutely 100% wrong. I'd like to think that we've helped people somewhere down the damn line. World War II, We helped, right? We stopped fascism. So I just like that this is how the Chinese authorities handled this guy. They could have easily just shot and killed him. He's got a machete, and I don't know if people would have thought it was justified or not in China, but in America, well, you had a machete, you swung it at me, I had to do it. I had no other choice. I had no other choice. You see what he's got. He's just got pants and a shirt. Does he have some sort of assault rifle, you think, in his back pocket? You think he might have a bazooka behind his ear? What do you think? You got a tank? You think he's got a tank in his shoes? No, he's got a machete. He's got a machete. He's swinging the machete. 3 cops. They took care of him without killing the man. And I just love this so much better because it just, I guess when you live in a heartless, soulless, criminal, immoral, hypocritical society, seeing this guy shouldn't have been swinging a machete. He shouldn't have been having a mental health crisis. You shouldn't try to swing a machete at anybody, let alone police officers, but he did. But he didn't die for it. He's going to live again. He's going to live another day. And there you go. Let's read this other article, see if we get any more information. So we find out that it was 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. So this was just recently, right? February 8th. It is February 10th. So this was on February 8th. So February 8th at 4:30 on Saturday, the Yakima Police Department received a call about a man with a gun inside the Oxford Suites. After the police arrived on the scene, a Yakima Police Department officer fired a gun at the man, who is now dead. I hate how they said that. We fired the gun, and now the man's dead. So a cop goes up to the scene, pulls out his gun, pulls the trigger, and then the man died. We don't know why the man died. He just died. He just collapsed and died of what? Heat stroke? Heat exhaustion? Did he have a heart attack right there at the last damn second? Did he commit suicide? Did he jump off a bridge? They fired a gun at the man, and then the man is now dead. Why wouldn't they just say they killed the man? It doesn't make any sense how they are sitting here writing this stuff. It's like they're trying to say everything but what actually happened. Now, it could be justified. There could have been a rational reason behind the thing, but to pretend that they didn't just take the life of another man. And then this is it. We do not have a confirmed reason for why the shots were fired. It does not appear as if the YPD officer is injured. The area is safe. However, traffic on Terrace Heights Drive may be affected. The Yakima Valley Special Investigation Unit is the agency investigating this incident. So then what the hell happened? What the hell happened? We know nothing. We don't know who the cops were that showed up. We don't know who the guy was. We don't know who the teller was. We don't know who the clerk of the hotel was. We don't know what words were exchanged. We don't know how the person was acting. We don't know the erratic behavior, the crazy behavior. We don't know if he pulled the gun out. Was the gun holstered? Did it have a strap? Was he just peacefully walking through the lobby with a gun and it freaked somebody out? Then somebody started harassing him and giving him some trouble. It doesn't say he pulled the gun out and fired shots. It doesn't say he shot anybody. It doesn't say that he had murdered anybody. So then therefore it has to be something less than that, right? He didn't pull the gun out. He didn't shoot his gun. He didn't pull the gun out. He didn't point the gun at anybody. He didn't shoot anybody. They're claiming a mental health episode had happened, and now the guy is dead. Who is the guy that's dead? We don't know. Who's the cop that killed him? We don't know that either. Why did it happen? We don't know that either. We don't really know a goddamn thing about a goddamn thing. But this is America. Dog eat dog. Bunch of selfish, immoral, criminal, hypocritical pricks. So why the hell should this criminal, immoral, hypocritical society give a damn when they hurt somebody? So I don't know where this, it just mentions that Casey Schlill Perot. They might say something, I don't want to do this video. We got the face here, so I'm just trying to show more content in my videos, right? So if there's a videotape, then, that should get views, right? The videotape, pictures, and maybe a police report. Is there any kind of police report? I even looked up it on X. I can't find anything else except for these two articles. One by Yakima TV and then the other one by NBCRightNow.com. So thank God for, let's see, Alexandria Osborne and who is this? John Franklin. So thank God for at least these two authors. They put something down, right? They sat there, took a screenshot of Google Maps, and then here they also took a screenshot of Google Maps. There it is, Google right there. So yeah, the Oxford Suites are up there. There's the Yakima River. You want to see where Yakima is? In Washington State, Yakima is looks like about 2-hour drive from Seattle. So Washington State, Yakima. The city in Washington State is Yakima. Let's take a look at the map, and then let's just ogle it. Let's just ogle it. Say, what is this big waterway up here by Seattle? Is this Pirate Bay? San Juan Islands, the Rosario Strait, Haro Strait. I'm not sure what they're going to call that. The Strait of Georgia. The Strait of Georgia. And then the Strait of Georgia, just that's it, right? So this whole chunk of land, this is kind of a peninsula right here. Vancouver Island. Well, that's Canada. My God, what have I done? I accidentally went up into Canada. So you have, let's see, Spokane, which is on the eastern side, Pullman, Moses Lake, Ellensburg, Seattle. Yakima is right here. Yakima is right there on Interstate 82. So you got Interstate 82, Walla Walla is right down there, Pasco, Richland, Yakima Indian Reservation, Olympia, Tacoma, Seattle. So it looks like it's about, 1 hour, 2 hour, 2.5 hours away from Seattle, like maybe 3 or 4 hours away from Spokane. Pendleton and Hermiston out of Oregon is actually closer to Yakima than any of the two cities on the east and west coast. So that's where your Yakima is, right there in the middle south of the state, right above the Yakima Indian Reservation. Here's the Gifford Pinchot National Forest, and then that's it. There's two articles. We get no information. There was an officer shot and killed somebody, and who was the officer? Who was the person? What had happened? We don't know. Should I speculate? No, I'm not going to speculate. I want to know the truth, the cold hard truth. Did he do right or did he not?